Mercedes Mone fans, you want to know what Thunder Rosa just said about your girl? Well, good, because in this video, I'm going to tell you exactly what she had to say, because Thunder Rosa and Monet are very interesting wrestlers in All Elite Wrestling under the leadership, creatively, of Tony Khan. Because Thunder Rosa has been around for a minute in AEW, right? Making a name for herself in the NWA, coming over during the pandemic, having that absolute classic feud with Britt Baker in 2021. And their lights out match on Dynamite from Daly's Place. Holy crap. One of the best female matches you'll ever see in your life, and one of the best hardcore, no DQ, street fight, whatever gimmick name you want to put under it, kind of match. I mean, that was a bloodbath. That was phenomenal. And I'm not really into those types of matches, but I thought it was great because of the storytelling. But then you have Monet, who is fresh on the scene in AEW, joining the promotion just a few weeks ago. And she is weeks away, about a month away, let's be real, from challenging Willow Nightingale for the TBS title at Double or Nothing. And yes, Monet is not medically cleared, so she can't work until Double or Nothing, or at least we think she can't. As long as she gets medically cleared, then she's all good. If not, woo! So they're taking a little bit of a chance there. But with Thunder Rosa, she's complete opposite from Monet in multiple ways. Tenure. She's been around AEW for much longer. I wouldn't say necessarily experience. I think Monet probably has the edge there. I think psychology-wise, they're much different. Thunder Rosa is more of a throwback. Monet is more of a technician, if you will. And Monet has come under fire a lot from fans following her AEW debut, and I'll tell you why. Because she was going back and forth with WWE and AEW in 2023 multiple times, right? In both cases, it looked like deals were not going to be done. And then they were on, and then they were off, and everything like that. And she ultimately signed with AEW, reportedly making her the highest paid female pro wrestler in the industry. And so when it comes to Thunder Rosa, she sees this. She sees the negative feedback from fans, and I thought it was very interesting what she had to say. Now, quickly, we're doing a free giveaway for a WWE shop gift card. All you got to do is join our members-only club. More details in the comments area below. Okay, so what did Thunder Rosa have to say? Well, she spoke with Gabby Laspasa, and she said this in regards to Monet joining All Elite Wrestling. I think I'm not just talking about AEW, but women's athletics in general. The fact that she is one of the most prominent and best paid female wrestlers and athletes in history, that just sets a precedent for all of us. She's a hustler. She's a go-getter. She's the type of woman that doesn't take no for an answer. And when she does get a no, she makes that a yes. So that to me is very commendable, because a lot of the time we have to take it and we have to take what they give us. She's taken all the risk, and a lot of them have paid off for her. When you see that, when you bet on yourself and it pays off regardless of the criticism, regardless of the setbacks, regardless of anything else, I admire that in a woman, or any person for that matter. Her specifically, that can be, especially with men, they can say that she's too aggressive, or it would be thought of as something different. But I don't see it that way. I enjoy having her in the locker room. She's been wonderful to me. It's really wonderful to see where she's taking her own career and taking the bull by the horns. She's playing with music. She's doing Hollywood. She's very studious in the ring. Every time I see her, I try to learn from her. It's interesting to see how she navigates this world, because being one of the biggest stars that she is, she gets a lot of flack for it. In terms of AEW, I'm just watching and waiting. Everything is a cycle, so hopefully I get to work with her in a cycle. I would be very interested to see storylines and everything, right? Where are we going to start? Where is this all going to start, or whatever? She's a great addition to the locker room. End quote. A lot to unpack there. let's start with this. Is she a great addition to the roster? Abso-freaking-lutely, right? Like, she's one of the best female stars in all of pro wrestling. She's one of the biggest stars and one of the best stars in all of pro wrestling. And it was a major get by Tony Khan, right? Him bringing in the likes of Mercedes Mone and Will Ospreay and Okada, those were 3 major free agents off the board. Also, 3 major free agents who were in talks with WWE. And so for Tony Khan, regardless of whether or not they signed because of the money, they signed because of the opportunity, they signed because of the schedule, the freedoms, whatever you may be, they signed with the AEW. They signed with Tony Khan instead of WWE and Paul Triple H Levesque. And that's a major get for those types of guys. And they will add value in the long run. I think when it comes to a potential match with Thunder Rosa and Monet, I think that is going to be freaking phenomenal. And that is going to be a match in which I cannot wait to see. It's a match that they can build. It's the promos leading up to this match is going to be great. The match itself is going to be great. The beauty with Monet, and really any time you have a new talent join the roster, this was a selling point for Adam Copeland, a.k.a. Edge, which was when he looked at AEW, he looked at all the names on their roster, and then he looked at WWE's roster, and he thought to himself, I can wrestle with blank. I can wrestle this person, that person for the very first time. Or I could stay in WWE and wrestle the same people. And so when you've done it all in the business, right, from World Championships to Hall of Fames to headlining Mania to drawing money, right, making moments in the wrestling business, for someone like Edge, it made sense for him to go to AEW. Well, you could kind of make the same argument for Monet. She held the championships in WWE. She main evented WrestleMania. She is a future WWE Hall of Famer. She will get that acknowledgement. She will get that induction. And then you look at AEW and all the different business ventures in which she has, and the freedom in which AEW provides, and the talent in which she can wrestle, the moments that she can create, the history that she can make. Like, there's so much to it. There's so much reason why you would sign with an AEW over a WWE. And the matches that she can have in this promotion are quite remarkable, and ones I cannot wait. Still, the number one match on my bucket list is Mercedes Mone sharing the ring with Britt Baker. Please, Tony, bring back Britt Baker to television, please.